Doing? My name is Kasim. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to talk about Tesla. I have some few update that I'm gonna update you guys on. There's been a lot of news on Tesla, so I'm gonna quickly catch you guys up on what's going on. I'm going to talk about how the election would affect Tesla. I'm also going to talk about some of the news that's coming out of Tesla in China. I have a lot to talk about in this video, so I'm not going to take too long. Just going to dive right into it. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to dive right in. So we are going to touch on some few topics, some few pointers in a minute. So we're going to talk about the U.S. election. As probably some of you guys know or may not know, Biden. It's basically Biden that won the presidency, and it looks like we are going to have a Biden presidency. And what does that mean for EV? So during Biden's campaign, he basically campaigned on green energy, renewable energy, and it wants to boost like the amount of charging locations that we have in the US by 500,000. So obviously that's going to create jobs. That's going to be good for the EV industry. It's going to be good for the car industry in general, so they can get their act together and quickly transition to renewable energy. So that is a good news for me. When it comes to looking at Tesla here, this is a win for Tesla. We also have a news out of New York, even though it's not really much. So right here, we see NYC got its first electric taxi. So this might be on its way to be a robo-taxi soon. So this was an interesting article from Business Insider. I thought let me point out to you guys. We got our first Tesla taxi in New York City. So I think this would be good for the industry in general. They are saying they are going to have at least over. They're saying they're gonna have at least over like to this. So basically, this company, the company that operates, as you guys may know, some of you may know and some of you may not know, most taxi drivers in New York, they don't actually own their own cars, especially the yellow taxi drivers, yellow cab, because it's too expensive for them. It's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to actually get the license to operate a taxi in New York City. So they ranked it from a taxi company, and I believe this is going to help the EV. It's going to help the EV industry. It's going to help the taxi industry to basically transition to renewable energy, to renewable transport in New York City. So this taxi company has 1,000 cars, 1,000 yellow cab in New York. I think by them actually purchasing one and converting them and seeing the difference in the prices and maintenance and everything, the money that they're gonna save, the money that the company that's operating a taxi, the yellow taxi, the money that the company is gonna make from savings, from maintenance and all these things, companies like this taxi company, they will make a lot of money. They're gonna make a lot of money in savings, in maintenance savings. Anybody that know New York, that know the industry, I know New York, I know the industry. I know that by them adding Model S to their fleet, they're gonna save a lot, and at the same time, it's gonna be good for Tesla. It's gonna be good for the bottom line. So let's move on to the next big news. Tesla basically announced that they just reached their 20K superchargers. It was broken by, this is an article from Electrac. I'm gonna post it down below for you to read if you want to read it. But we have here Tesla just reached 20,000 superchargers. That is great for all the Tesla owners all over the world. It's easier for them to go from A to B. There's places for them to charge, plug in, and do all the things that they need to do. I think that is really, really great for them. It's gonna be just fine, So this is a good thing. I think they should be good for the future. The other thing I also wanted to point out is we have the Chinese government, Model Y. They approved the Model Y to be sold in China. Oh my God, guys, this is a big deal. This is a big deal because the Chinese market is the biggest car market in the world. And the Model Y is not like it's cheap. I think it's like 50 grand, 45, 50 grand. So they are going to make a lot of money in China because China is the biggest car market in the world. And the government there, the Chinese government, they are pushing for, like, by 2025, they want their new cars, the new EV cars to be all electric. So Tesla obtained approval on Model Y made in China. So they are going to be selling their Model Ys in China pretty soon. As you guys can see here, Model Y is pretty sleek. It's pretty good. I'm probably gonna get one day. Model Y and the Cybertruck. So it was broken by this guy, Great for Tesla. As you can see here, you can see this notice from the government, the Chinese government. So this is a great news. This is a great news for all the Tesla investors out there, all the Tesla believers, people that believe that they can accomplish their goals. This is a great news. And then Electra goes on to say that Tesla could surprise. So they most likely they're gonna pass their prediction for this year with this new Model Y introduction, because the factory itself, the Model Y factory is actually being built out. It's been built out in Shanghai, and I believe that once that comes on with the approval, everything is just kind of falling in line right here. Once that comes out, once they're done with it with the factory, and the people, they can start producing cars in the factory. Now the cars have been approved to be manufactured and sold in China. This is huge. This is huge. Now Tesla has their Model 3 production, their Model Y production, and they've also announced previously that they're gonna make cars in China for Europe because it's probably cheaper for them to do it. And the other thing that we all need to remember is Tesla, every single car that Tesla makes, Tesla sells, because it's direct to customer. That what Tesla do is direct to customer. So you order on their website, they will ship the car directly to you. So every single car that Tesla makes in China, they are going to make money on it. So this is all great news. You know, this is all great news. So Tesla could surprise with over 500,000 vehicle producing in China next year. So I'm happy about that as a Tesla investor. I think they are going to kill it next year. So I'm very, very happy about that. But let's dig a little bit into some of the other numbers. So I just put here on Google, like, how many cars get sold in China in general, right? So yearly, they sell over 25 million vehicles. Over 25 million vehicles, brand new vehicles every year. So that means if the government is pushing that, 25% of EVs cars sold in China needs 25% of new cars sold in China needs to be EV, that is a big deal. That is a big deal. It's a big deal. So I just thought, let me point that out to you. You can Google this as well and just kind of go down the rabbit hole of questions here. You're gonna be quite amazed and surprised as well. How many cars are sold in China yearly? You can see about 25 million cars are sold in China. How many cars are made in China per year? 23 million cars are made in China every year. So you can just go down the rabbit hole of questions if you want. Just Google this, and you'll be just fine. So let's move on to the next one. What are the I basically researched what is the current EV market in China? Like, how big is the EV market? And it's looking like it's 1.2 million plug-in electric, but this is in 08, so that's a bit old. Yeah, let me get into some few other things. Give me a second. Kind of go down all this questions on Google just to get an idea. I think that they do a pretty good job like making it easy for you to do research. So as you can see here, like the plug-in market in China is pretty big. Like right here, like 45% of all global EVs right now is being sold in China. And if you think about it, that's huge. That is huge. So the government over there approving Tesla to be able to sell their Model Y is also a big deal. They're going to sell a ton of these things, because you have to understand that Tesla in China is like a status symbol. It's a foreign brand, it's an American brand. Just like how, you know, Americans love German cars and all these things. Well, back in the days, like with Mercedes and all these things. They love German cars. So I believe that Tesla will be a leader in China as well. So that's why I keep an eye on what's going on in China and all their sales and everything from there. I really do keep an eye on it. Yeah, you can just pretty much go down the rabbit hole of these questions and you'd be amazed in terms of what Tesla is. I also wanted to point out is before I did a video on my prediction for Tesla. I did a video on my prediction for Tesla that I believe that Tesla will hit $500 soon. I don't know how soon Tesla will hit $500, but I believe they're gonna hit $500. Now, with all this news that is coming in for Tesla, they are obviously good news. So I like to look at the charts. I like to let the chart talk to me, you know, so that's what I like to do. So just to give you guys a little bit of perspective here, just to point some things out. This was Tesla's stock price with the coronavirus. With the coronavirus, this was their stock price. It fell up to this much. Now, if you look at this right now, where the price is right here, currently, as of today, where the price is right here, this looks like a tiny drop. That looks like a tiny drop when it comes to their stock price. So I believe that in the future, I'm actually raising my prediction. I'm raising my price target for Tesla. I believe by the end of this year into the first quarter of next year, I believe their stock price will be well over $500, maybe $520. Just because, first of all, we've had a lot of good news that have been coming in for Tesla. A lot of good news. They've had, you know, the Model Y have been approved now. They had a ton of orders for the semi-truck, which I'm gonna do a semi-truck video updating you guys on all the things that's going on with semi-truck. They've had a ton of all those orders. They've just had good news and good news and good news and good news. But because of this right here, because of the election right here, the market has just been dragging Tesla down, in my opinion. You know, so I believe that their stock price right now is basically ready to break out. Because if you guys look at this right here, we look at this and we look at what the stock is doing right now. Technically, the stock is just in a channel, right? It's just in a channel. It's just in a channel right now. I believe this thing is ready to break out to the upside. And when it does break out to the upside, I will show you guys and update you guys, show you this video so you can see that I'm right with my price prediction. I believe their stock is gonna break out at least to be well over 520. By the end of 2020, I believe Tesla stock price will break out to be well over $520. By the end of 2020 or the first quarter of next year, just because of all the wave of good news that's coming to Tesla. I believe that the good news that is coming that have been reported about Tesla, I believe those good news have not been priced into the stock. So that's why I'm gonna keep on buying and just keep on doing my dollar cost averaging into the stock on a regular basis. So if you're gonna recap on everything that we've been talking about today, first, Tesla stock, I believe that the stock will be well over well over $520 within the next 6 months. Now that's my personal prediction. The other good news that we've had with Tesla. I'm checking my notes here. I have my notes, my YouTube notes. I have that, so I'm just checking that right now. We have 350,000 cars in the first year alone. So Tesla is probably going to sell 350,000 Model Ys in China from now that they've been approved, from now all the way to like next year, maybe the middle of next year when they really ramp up the factory. What else do I want to say here? Okay, so the Chinese government wants 20% of all cars, all electric vehicles, 25% of all electric vehicles that will be sold in the future. They want it to be EV. So Tesla being the leader in the field, I believe that is going to really help them out. What else? What else is here? 30 million cars sold in China. Yeah, I've talked about that. I've talked about the Chinese car market in general. They every year they sell 30 million cars. 30 million cars. That's huge. And then we also have the other thing that I also put on my notes here, that Tesla, apart from everything that I've talked about so far, Tesla spends $0 on advertising. They spend no money on advertising. They don't spend any money on ads, and they still selling so much cars. And the company is only worth what? They're worth $400 billion right now. I believe Tesla will be one of the first car companies. Well, I don't really call them a car company. I don't think they're a car company. They're more than a car company. I believe they're gonna get to $1 or $2 trillion within the next 5 to 10 years. If we're talking about all the things that's coming in for them, especially when they finish the factory in Berlin, when they finish the factory in Texas. The factory in Texas would be the cash cow. I believe that factory would help them out so much to make so much money, because the semi-truck, I'm going to do a separate video on that. The semi-truck is going to make Tesla ridiculous amount of money. Crazy amount. That's gonna be it for today. If you find value in what I do here, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you find value in what I do. I really do appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching the channel. Please subscribe, like the video if you like what I'm doing. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.